बिजनेस में कुछ बोलना ही नहीं No, the speaker needs this one? Or you need to catch the audio? But the speaker will be here, I think it will almost be fine, no? Here.
Vivek, do you want your laptop to be connected?
Gentlemen,
Or can we
can we see
connect
this
mine?
laptop?
My PPT. No, the transcripts.
Can access the other.
What others? What is?
The MOD has.
Yes. You can copy. You have everyone, sir. I WhatsApp a bit. But then the tablet sheets. 2-3 hours charge it and 2-3 hours it is.
As everyone has a mission in life to achieve their goals, our Toastmasters Club also has a mission. The mission of our Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Good afternoon, Toastmasters, General Evaluator, and esteemed guests. Welcome to another exciting session of WMC Toastmasters. My name is Hita Krishna and I'm your Surgeon at Arms for today's meeting. I have the privilege of welcoming you all to this meeting with a special theme that resonates with each one of us. History's mystery, the past that lasts. History is not just about dates and events. It is a tapestry of mysteries, stories, and lessons that have stood the test of time. The past has a way of leaving its mark with echoes that last and shape our future. In today's meeting, we will explore how history continues to influence and inspire us, and how the stories from our past are mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Before we get started, a few reminders. Don't forget to mark your attendance. The link will be shared in our WhatsApp group. Please refrain from discussing topics related to sex, politics, or any religion. Kindly ensure your mobile phones are switched to silent mode to avoid any disruptions. Now, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming our esteemed President, Toastmaster Prabodha Sarangi, to address us and officially commence the meeting.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Calling meeting number 506 to order. Welcome to another meeting where voices are raised, confidence is built, and leadership is set. Today, I think we have guests. Again, I am asking to please introduce our guest from this side. Yes, please.
My name is Imtiaz.
Yes.
I'm working as a senior QC manager for Agro. Recently moved from Dubai to Bahrain. So this is my, before I attended one meeting, this is my second meeting as a guest. I would like to enroll at the Masters Club soon. That's all. Thank you.
I think by next meeting you will be our member. And Sir Thomas.
President, Toastmasters, guests, good
afternoon, everyone. I am K. Toastmasters, currently the president of the recommendation faculty Toastmasters. So glad to be with the Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Is there any changes in the agenda? Previous question? Or is it?
We are on the sub-junior case as well. We are on the sub-junior case.
No changes in the agenda.
No changes. Thank you so much. Can someone adopt the agenda, please? Ibrahim. And someone second? Thank you so much. Today I think our many members are apologized, like Toastmaster Kumar, ATM Rekha, Toastmaster Punnabalam, Toastmaster Joy Ayu, Toastmaster Norman, ATM Ganpati, Dr. Suresh, Toastmaster Tanjos, and Toastmaster Pujya. I think they came today. Our theme for today is History's Mystery, Past That Last. It's both intriguing and timeless. It reminds us that history is more than simply a collection of dates and facts. It's a living puzzle. A tapestry of events, actions, and people whose impact continues to affect our lives now. Think about it. Why do ancient ruins still draw crowds? Why do we debate the motives of historical figures who are passed away? Because the past has mysteries, unanswered questions that continue to spark curiosity, reflection, and even imaginations. The Taj Mahal or the Sun Temple of Konark, the Hampi or the Ellora Caves, the Pyramid of Egypt or the Petra at Jordan, and many more. The mysteries are still unresolved. The current generation who claim to be advanced in terms of science and technology still not able to figure out how these monuments were made at that time. And those mysteries last because they hold lessons hidden in every unsolved story, in every unknown chapter, is a spark of insight waiting to be discovered. As communicators and leaders, it's our job to dig deeper, to ask better questions, and to seek meanings, not just in our speeches, but in the world around us. Let me share the history of Toastmasters International. It was founded by Dr. Nancy Smedley, an education director at YMCA. Today, Toastmasters International having more than 352,000 members in 151 countries and more than 16,400 individual clubs exist. And WMC Toastmasters is one of them, being founded in the year 2003 by A.S. Jose as the founder with Matthew Omen as mentor and T.L. George as sponsor. The founder president is none other than Dr. Babu Ramachandran, who still stands strong with the club. Living a legacy is about planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. Today, as each speaker takes the stage, I invite you to listen with that same curiosity. What story lies beneath their words? What experience from their past shaped the message they share today? Let's celebrate the power of mystery and the magic of learning from what still echoes through time. Fellow Toastmasters. It's time to hand over to the person who will be our guide through today's meeting. Known for their poise, calm and composed, clarity and a great sense of timing, our Toastmaster of the day is someone who always brings energy and structure to the stage. Champion in many areas and divisions in annual contest, who hail from Pune, India. Member of multiple Toastmasters club including WMC, part of Speakers Bureau, and also my mentor. Please join me welcoming Toastmaster Abdul Rahim, your Toastmaster today. Vivek, are you okay? So, how are you all? That's good. Great. Feeling historic? Not yet. Mr. Yeah. Well, thank you, President, for your kind words and those beautiful story that how you stole sugar cane. By the way, how many of you love not Prabodhaji, sugar cane? How many of you love? Around 70%. Yeah, great. Wonderful. By the way, the theme is not sugar cane, the theme is history. History is mystery. Thank you, President, and my dear fellow Toastmasters, most honorable guests, DTM KM Thomas, Toastmaster Gurpreet Imtiaz, and the little Sarah. Would she like to introduce herself? Would you like to introduce her? Yeah, please. Say Sarah. My name is Sarah. Great. Anyway, thank you so much for attending, especially Roy, who was in two minds. Yeah.
Stay.
And, yeah. Welcome, Dr. Babu. Talking about Prabodhaji, we were a team actually a couple of years ago. Team was Vice President Govind Prasta will be here as Vice President. VP membership was Panambara. VP PR was Prabodhaji. Secretary was Rajeshwari. Treasurer was Raghu Kumar, who is still in touch with me from Visakhapatnam. And Sergeant at Arms was Nidhi Huarke. So we had a wonderful time. Isn't it, Prabodhaji?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was 2 years ago, before Sukumar's term. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's 2025. We started 2003, so almost 22 years now. Glorious legacy. In this 22 years, going back to history, we had our founder president, Nityam Babu Ramachandran, winning the Best Speaker in the World Award in depth speech category in 2004. Dr. Babu, if you're feeling comfortable, can you share a few thoughts in 1 minute or less? Thank you.
Rahim sir, well, 1 minute you want to condense what happened. Okay, I'll
That's
try.
why you went and received the award.
I'll try. Well, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I must say this was a highlight of my Toastmasters journey. And if I look back at my speech, which was the second chance, it's a tape speech contest. Just going to this for those who don't know. Sorry if I say the right.
No.
It's an audio tape competition which was done when our clubs here were classified as unrestricted. Right? Some of you know it. I don't think anybody else knows of this. Probably you know. This was an unrestricted club, so it was 2916U, meaning unrestricted. You were there, came Thomas? No, you also don't. You don't remember the unrestricted thing. Well, this unrestricted means we are not allowed to advance to various levels for the international speech contest. However, unrestricted clubs all over the world can participate in what is known as a tape speech contest, which is done exactly according to the rules, regulations, and of Toastmasters. You come on to the lecture, and you deliver a speech. You can use your notes or whatever and deliver a speech. And that is recorded on an audio tape. Those kinds of audio tapes. It is recorded on audio tape. And each speech is recorded on different audio tapes. And a panel of judges who don't listen to these speeches sit and listen to this outside later. And then they decide on the top three speeches, and the first speech, first prize winner from each club is sent to TMI International. That's how it worked out. So the thing is that 7.5 minute speech should be, there's no body language also because they judges cannot see it. It's an audio, so everything is to be conveyed through the voice. So I gave my speech in Manama Toastmasters, 2003, and I didn't even come third prize, win the third prize there. The first was gone, and that was the year WMC Toastmasters was formed. And then I was on the President Suresh was a VP education. And Clement Vinayak from who was an Azure Toastmaster, he told me, Babu, you can, if you want, you can send it through WMC. So we said, okay, we'll send it through WMC. Yes, our entry, because we had not conducted the speech runs. So that tape was sent to World Headquarters as WMC Toastmasters speech, Babu Ramachandran, the second chance. And the last date was March 31st. There was a lot of things on how DHL came and they missed out and so on, but that's a different story altogether. Finally, after 3 months, suddenly, as I was, and the highlight of that day was, that was the day when my wife Mary got the Gold Employee of the Year award from BAPTO. And she was receiving a lot of messages which was coming into my mail. I'm not good at these electronic gadgets. I was just looking at these mails and suddenly one mail popped up. I remember the words. Dear Mr. Ramachandran, your speech, the second chance, has won the first prize at the international level in the Toastmasters International Competition. And honestly, I couldn't believe it because the speech which was rejected from Manama Toastmasters, winning the first prize there. So, and I mentioned more than there were a lot of hundreds of entries, but this means that you are qualified to receive a prize. We will give you special seating, but the travel will have to be arranged by your club or however you may make it. So the club did not have that much funds, but still they said they will give me a small amount, 100 videos. Then my wife said she will sponsor me. Because it's a big amount to go to the States at that time, stay there and go. And there I am, Hilda Mello of Karnataka Club got the second prize at that time. So later I came to know there were more than 500 to 600 entries from all over the world. And of this only I was lucky to get the first prize. God's grace, that's what I said. And I went there in front of the 3,000 Toastmasters, I was called up and award was given to me by the TMI president. I was not even a DTM or I had not even completed my CC at that time, to be honest. But it was somehow I would say the grace of God that I was able to win that award when I received it. My friend Gopi, who was a partner in Google right now, he was a Toastmaster. He drove down from San Francisco to see me receiving the award. So and when we walked around, there were people coming and saying, "We want to take a photo with the world champion." I thought I'm not a world champion at all. Then Gopi said, "Babu, no, you enjoy this. I also sang with you." And so thank you for bringing me back to those memories of you, right? There are many speeches associated with this, which I may be able to do in some projects. If you all don't think that I am blowing the trumpet. There's that place which is still there. Keep it there, and that's it. You can't say that.
Do you have still that audio clip?
The best part is that after that, so when I got this one, I thought somebody was playing a fool on me because I don't know about it. So I asked my son, he said it's a genuine thing. By that time, Suresh called me, he was a VP education. And he said, Babu, I got this as VP education of the club. I got a mail saying that your club has won. So I was convinced. The best part is I didn't take a copy of the audio tape because I didn't expect to win this. And so later we wrote to TMI asking if we could send us a copy, but no
Thank you, Dr. Babu. Thank you.
The thank you was from the song.
That time was a huge news. Speaker from Bahrain has won the best speaker in the world of what? It was big news in GDN. Congratulations, Dr. Babu. Next time I will not ask you to speak.
Yeah, ask me to speak, don't say 1 minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, maybe stand for a while. Let me just make a small experiment. So those who, guests can please sit down. Only the members side. So those who joined WMC Toastmasters 2025 can please sit. 2024, please sit. 2023, please sit. 2022, please sit. 2021, please sit. 20, 19, 18, 19. 19? No, I don't think so.
He only completed L2. So it's okay.
18, 17, 16. Big hand for Dr. Babu. All the WMCs. Well, I joined 2017 WMC Toastmasters. So Manoj Pandey will be just coming now. So he was the one who invited me. So since then, life has never been the same. Well, ladies and gentlemen, since we have already taken some time, let's quickly go through the role players. Our theme, of course, is today, as very beautifully Prabodhaji said, is history is mystery. We will uncover some of the histories. Of course, we don't have time for everything, but then at least some significant epoch-making incidents we will try to cover, and some slides me and Vivek will share. So we have a policewoman who will be, don't worry, who will be monitoring the language. Okay, as you can see, she's a beautiful lady. She is from Kanyakumari. Kanyakumari has a great history. She has already beautifully mentioned everything. But that's one thing that is a good thing, because everybody has introduced themselves, so it saves a lot of time for me. Kanyakumari is one place where Swami Vivekananda went first time. He didn't know what to do with his life. He went there, he meditated for 3 days and 3 nights. On the 3rd day, he said, "Let me devote my life for humanity." Is that correct? And we still have Swami Vivekananda's memorial there. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Grammarian Toastmaster Anita Kumar.
Good evening, everyone. As Prajosh is ill, I am your last minute replacement grammarian for today. My duty is to listen carefully to the speeches and make note of any improper usages of English language. I will also keep note of good usages, phrases, idioms, etc. And I will prepare my report and will present my report at the end of the day when the generally evaluated calls for. My second duty is to introduce the word of the day, which is legacy. It is a noun. It has 2 meanings. One is more of a materialistic meaning, that is money or possession that is left to a person in a will. Example will be, his grandfather unexpectedly passed away and left him a small legacy. Legacy can have another meaning, that is long-lasting impact of events, actions, etc. that took place in the past. In this context, an example will be, we are all extremely proud of WMC Toastmasters legacy, and also Dr. Babu winning International Tape Speech Contest is part of WMC's proud legacy.
Wow.
I encourage all of you to use the word of the day. I will also keep account of the word of the day and will present it along with my report. I wish all of you the very best.
Thank you, Anita, for coming in as grammarian, and also for the impromptu, as you added Dr. Babu's. Just now he delivered and you added it. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, another policeman who is going to monitor the gap fillers or the filler words is a man who mentioned in his great humorous speech few months ago that he has 3 wives. Now today I don't know how many he has. So let's wait and see. He's a man who is taking care
I'm an accountant today. The purpose of the accountant is to note words and sounds that are used as a threat or like fast fillers by anyone who speaks. I also monitor the overused words, which is like and, but, be, so, you know. I also monitor the sounds, filler sounds like and also I do note when speakers speaks repeated words like I, or repeated phrase like this means like at the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times the speakers use those expressions that you use. And wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Subrahmanyam. You are from Madurai, the second biggest city in Tamil Nadu. Great city. So he has already narrated the great significance of Madurai. He is home to so many temples, so many literary figures, and so many dignitaries. So I encourage everyone to use the word legacy. It's a beautiful word, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for agreeing with me. And also try to avoid filler words and stuff. Now, as far as time is concerned, time, as I always say, is time management is life management. So we have a Toastmaster. Again, he has beautifully introduced himself. He is originally from Bhatkal. Bhatkal is Bhayankar, Bhayankar. No, don't worry, he's not that kind of man. See, Bhatkal people are very good people. He's actually, it's around 2-3 hours drive from Mangalore. Actually, he said Abdul Rahim is from Mangalore and Surabila said he's from Kasaragod. So I think a lot of people are confused now. That's why I see a lot of confused faces. So I want to clarify this. Actually, I'm originally from Kasaragod. My mother tongue is Malayalam, and my ancestral house is in Kasaragod. My all parents, everybody is in Kasaragod. But I live in Mangalore, which is around 40 kilometers from Kasaragod, which is in Karnataka. So I shuttle from Kasaragod to Mangalore. So I can speak both Kannada, which is my learned language, Malayalam, which is my mother tongue. Both I can speak very fluently. So I hope you are happy now. So, ladies and gentlemen, our new member, as you can see, a handsome gentleman, Toastmaster Vinay Nayak as timer.
Thank you very much. Myself, the youngest entrant in the club today. If I can take this from Sarah for a moment. I am in Bahrain since the last 3-4 years, since 2021 actually, and I am very honored to be part of this glorious club. I could also take this opportunity to correct Mr. Babu a bit, if I may, by saying that you certainly should never blow your trumpet, but rather make it something from your legacy that you have left for us. So I think I have used the word for the day. So I will be your timer for the day, and the only 3 kinds of people that need to really look out for me would be the table topics guys, the evaluators, and the speakers. Thank you.
Can you please let us know the time, the period for each?
Okay, I should. So
If you want, I can say you can just show. I can say you can just show.
Okay. So I will be using 3 colors. So for the speakers, there are 2 of them today. One who would be taking 5 to 7 minutes, and the other who would be taking 18 to 22 minutes. So the first speaker would be facing green at 5, orange or rather amber at 6, and red at 7. And the second speaker would get green at 18, amber at 20, and red at 22. Thereafter, there are the table topic sessions for which they would face green at 1, amber at 1:30, and red at 2. And then for the evaluators who will be evaluating the speeches, they would get green at 2, amber at 2:30, and red at 3 minutes. And I think each of them, all of these guys, get 30 minutes of grace period. 30 seconds. Sorry. 30 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinay Nayak. Thank you so much. So, just a snippet about the history, going back to the theme. Toastmaster Vivek, you are the past president of Sanalis Toastmasters Club. So, how was your experience in a club where you were a lone Indian among around 20-25 Bahrains? You can come here, speak for 1 minute or less.
Anyway, no one took a photo alongside with me as the president. When you actually join a new club, for the first few times, you are kind of like an alien there. It happens when you join a regular club, and if you are an Indian in a different club. But in time, you will learn to understand the grammar, the kind of style. You are immersing yourself inside the club culture, and there are certain things that connects them with you. So you share that kind of a thing. And STC was a little bit different in that they had a meeting every week. So we were a high tempo club. XCOM was just 6 months. So it was just a 6 months XCOM, high tempo, but every week. So you advance through your projects very fast because the tempo is high. But that also means since you're seeing them every week, if you spend 2 hours in the meeting, at least 30 to 40% of the club will stay back for another 2 hours. They'll just speak. So after the meeting, there are small islands here and there of people around and just relaxing, sharing with each other. So that was the kind of a culture there. And you may stick out like a sore thumb initially, at least I did. And then I became part and parcel of the club. It was very natural for me to be there just like any other member. And then that taught me that ultimately your nationality doesn't matter, but the resonance, the mental resonance matches. So when your frequency will match, you will be part of the club no matter your origin.
One of the great tragedies of Indian history after 1947, can anybody say? You can say anything, but there are so many tragedies. Big tragedy that has happened. Any earthquake? Earthquake is okay, but politically.
Partition.
Partition, yes. After partition.
Tsunami.
Sorry.
Politically.
Demonetization.
Yeah.
Demonetization, yeah. That's why sorry? Emergency, yes, exactly. So that's why I chose this because many things people don't know about 60s, 70s, yeah. Some youngsters here, like Don, Kai, like me, you know.
Yeah.
One of them is 1962 China war, which India lost very heavily. Yeah. So Prime Minister Nehru couldn't recover from that shock. And 64, he was never the same Nehru. And 64 he died. But squarely the blame was mostly put on V.K. Shankar, the defense minister of Nehru. Now, because of Toastmasters, I am just relating to Krishnamurti because he was one of the greatest orators that India has ever seen. You see a lot of YouTubes will find it. And he actually, he was so fluent and he was so witty. He used to say, in London he went and told press conference that my English is better than yours. You nearly picked it, I loved it. So that, and till now, his speech delivered in UN, 8 hours 9 minutes, is the longest speech ever delivered in the history of UN. I mean, imagine a speech you start at 4 p.m. now and deliver continues up 12 p.m. And it did not end actually. At 8 hour 9th minute, he collapsed on the UN floor and he was taken by stretcher and hospitalized. So actually, you might be thinking, what is 4 for 8 hours? 8 hours actually, he was talking about India's stand, because there was a lot of opposition to India's stand on Kashmir from US and UK. So he went there and defended India's stand. That it was right and Nehru was right. So that's what he was doing. Finally, when he died in 1974, Indira Gandhi said, now a cyclone, not a cyclone, is that erupted.
Volcano.
A volcano has volcanic state. The volcano has given us some initiative. The great man, but lot of they say the eccentric brilliance. If they put his photo in the Time magazine on the front page, America, because they didn't like him at all. Yeah, and they put him as India's second most powerful man, and then they put in a small word, eccentric brilliance, something like that. So that was V.K. Krishnan. Anyway, going back to our meeting, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have two great speeches. First speech is going to be evaluated by Hita, Toastmaster Hita, who is from Thrissur. As she said, you know, the fond memories of Thrissur makes me grounded, makes me aware who I am. Again, going to Swami Vivekananda, I was reminded. Swami Vivekananda, first time when he went to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, first time he knocked the door. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa asked, "Who is that?" Swami Vivekananda said, "Sir, I want to know that. That's why I came to you." So, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster Hita, can you please highlight the objectives of the
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Toastmaster Murali is delivering his Level 2 Project 3 speech from the Dynamic Leadership Pathway. The title of his speech is Friend, Guide and Philosopher. Timer, please note that the time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of the speech is for the speaker to share an experience from his life where he was a protege, a moment when someone guided or supported and perhaps even inspired him. As a speech evaluator, today I will be paying close attention to the pace of his speech and whether his speech he delivers it clearly and audibly. Whether he tends to taper off at the end of each sentence. All of this will contribute to an effective vocal delivery and audience engagement. Toastmaster Murali, I wish you all the very best as you share a story that may resonate with many of us Toastmasters. Perhaps that spark the desire carry forward us to the legacy of Toastmaster mentorship. Thank you.
That is mentee evaluating the mentor.
exactly. It was beautifully said in that.
She was actually warning you better be better than me.
He is withdrawing. Let's withdraw.
Now, do we need to know the speaker? I think he's quite well known. So there's hardly needs any. I feel that Murali is everywhere but nowhere.
It's like God.
I feel that, honestly, he has so much potential. He hasn't reached even the 50% of his potential. For some reason, I don't know what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, friend, guide, and philosopher, Toastmaster Murali. Thank you.
Let me ask you a personal question. Do you have a mentor in life now or had one? Not on Toastmaster, in general.
Yes.
Great. That is simply worth having. Good evening to all of you. And he didn't talk about where I come from, Bangalore, so it's okay. After having a mentor today in today's life is something that one could cherish. And I would say hold on to this, to every bit that you have as a mentor that you have. Not in Toastmasters alone, but in personal life. Because I believe that in today's life, anything that you want to bounce off, resonate with the other person, without being judged, you can go to a mentor. And this mentor can actually guide you show you the way, probably give you some of the advices that he or she has had in shaping your current situation that you have gone to him or her. It's like we are like raw, unpolished diamonds with our ability and our values that we don't really know. You go to a mentor who's like, what do you call him? Like the diamond merchant who would polish it, make it sparkle, and give back to you. That is a mentor. In today's world, being heard, being listened to, is something that is a luxury. In Toastmasters, being heard or hearing people, you pay for it. All of us pay for it, and it's a good way. When you have a mentor, you don't have to go to a shrink, which is again a new fad that's in vogue that everybody wants to go to a shrink if you have a problem. But if you have a mentor, you can go to the mentor. You can be free. You don't have to be judged, because that is one big fear that most of us have, being judged. If you have a good mentor, you don't have to be having this fear of being judged. You can be free. You don't have to be taken advantage of with your situation. You can bounce off your ideas and use the ability of the mentor to be a springboard, so you can bounce up to a different height. This is something that a mentor can do. A mentor, if a mentee is strong and pushing, it'll make the mentor imagine and collect all information required. So he or she is in a position to help the mentee achieve what that person is looking for. For instance, if I were to take my own story as a mentor of a very strong mentee who really pushes me, I have to keep all information ready every time the mentee has a project or wants some information. That keeps me on my toes so that I am also in a position to deliver and be responsible for the growth of the other person. This is something, it's a two-way street, and I think a mentee should also approach and a mentor should be in a position to provide. It's a give and take relationship. Yeah, I was thinking of what my brother used to do. He used to be a lecturer teaching hotel management to students. Irrespective of what he does in the evening, going out, partying and the night when he comes, you can see him sit in the dining table and he would refer all the notes and make small chits. So I used to keep wondering why he does this. And one day I asked him, "You're making all these notes for what? You're a lecturer. You can go and stand in front of the class and deliver and come back." That's when he said, if you don't answer and clear doubts of students, and if you're not prepared, you lose the equation with students. The students will not have the same kind of respect what you expect from them. And looking at this, my dad used to say, if only this guy did this while he was studying, he would have got better marks, pass out with flying colors. So this is about mentorship, where I believe that everybody should have a mentor, should look for a mentor who would help you and guide you and be the springboard that you can bounce off. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Murali. Is a be a mentor, kind of mentor that you wish for. By the way, Toastmaster Murali is from Bangalore. He's the only one from Bangalore. Yeah, this is like a postmortem. Anyway, Bangalore, everybody knows. Actually, when I introduce myself from Bangalore, people say, "Oh, Bangalore, you know Murali?" I said, "I'm not from Bangalore, I'm from Bangalore. It's 1 hour flight." So, ladies and gentlemen, I think think we can show this photo quiz. We have a photo quiz. Let's guess before we invite Surabhi. Okay, let's guess the man. Whoever guesses it gets a big round of applause.
Khan Abdul Ghaffar.
Wow, amazing. Who is the baby? Not mine. It's easy, very easy.
I think I know the answer, but it's not.
We don't want to say.
I'm not coming to my school, very frank.
I think K. Thomas had said that.
Okay. This photo is from Vivek actually. We will go on next one. Can we identify the man? Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay. And the lady? Lady is his wife or partner, Emily Shankar. She's an Austrian stenographer. Let's go to the next one. Can anybody guess?
Annie Bose.
No.
Annie Bose.
Anita Bose.
Anita Bose.
She's a daughter of Subhash Chandra Bose. So if you want to know more about Anita Bose, we'll go to the next one.
So Anita Bose is an Austrian economist who has previously been a professor at the University of Augsburg as well as a politician, the Social Democratic of Germany. She is the daughter of the Indian nationalist Subhash Chandra Bose and his wife or companion Emily Shankar.
Are we done with that? Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go to the next speech. Before that, we have to invite our Dr. Saji, who is going to evaluate this speech. He is from Tiruchirappalli or Trichy. Well, he's been for less than 2 years, but looks like he's already here for 5 years. He's taken to WMC Toastmasters like a fish taken to the water. So, great man. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dr. Saji.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the kind words. Today, I will be evaluating speaker Surabhi Patali. She'll be doing her level 5 project 2 speech under the pathway visionary communication, the title, the attention economy. The purpose of the project is to practice developing and presenting a longer speech. The timer to note the speech is 18 to 22 minutes. So this is more like a keynote speech. To just trivia is like I'll be doing the same project next time, so it'll be like following her legacy. So it will be easy in that. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. By the way, DTM Manoj Pandey, welcome back. After almost a year. Year, I think.
11 months.
11 months.
After November.
Yeah, I already mentioned your thing in a good way. And that you are instrumental in me joining WMC. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker, well, what can I say about her? She's our BP education. She's again less than 2 years, and the way she has assumed this very important position as BP education, and the way she has conducted this entire last 11 to 10 months or so, the way she has marshaled the resources, connecting with people with respect, courtesy, and candor, organizing things, making it happen, conducting quality meetings, contesting at the same time, delivering her own speeches. Amazing. I mean, I have seen many BP education, they get in so busy with club activities, they forget their own personal journey. Their speeches take a back seat. But here is a person who is very aggressively taking care of the company's education, so the club's education. At the same time, she is inspiring all of us by delivering speeches, contesting in various contests, being a homemaker, at the same time having her own job. Not easy, believe me, and less than 2 years. Well, we Kasaragodians, we are like that. So, if she delivers the speech contest, if I am the judge, I will vote for her. Not because of halo effect, because Kasaragod effect. Ladies the attentive attention economy. Toastmaster Surabila Patel.
Thank you, Abdul Rahim sir, for that intro. I always appreciate your words and you are always inspiring. Thank you so much. During the recent days after coming to Bahrain, I was at the Indian School Youth Festival to judge a debate competition. So I literally felt like Alice in Wonderland because I was among the intellectual big shots in Bahrain, and I felt totally out of place because that was my first appearance in a social event after coming to Bahrain. I encountered with a man whose humility was just infectious. I'm sure you might have guessed whom. The organizers of the program introduced him as Survila. This is Dr. Babu Ramchandran. He's a senior doctor at American Mission Hospital and he's a president of Indian Community Relief Fund. And I greeted him and he shook his hand with me and told, "Hi Surabila, I am Dr. Babu Ramchandran. I am the founder president of WMC Toastmasters. The rest is history." Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Before going to the attention economy, I feel really, I don't know how to express my feeling today because the journey has been very short, less than 2 years, but I have traveled a long distance. I feel completing level 3, 4, 5 in a stretch in a term was very difficult. We're taking care of the education targets of the entire club. Along with that, doing this was really hard, but I feel very special today. I still remember the cold feet, the trembling feet and the loose nerves I had when I was first delivering my table topic session at my meeting as a guest at Toastmasters, and the second meeting I was the member and the secretary of the club. So if it was not here, as I had rightly written in the eloquence, if it was not here, the journey wouldn't have been so smooth and journey wouldn't definitely have been so full of learning. Thank you so much for the entire support WMC has been given me because this is my last project in my first pathway. So I'm supposed to start by thanking everyone, and that is why I'm formally thanking every one of you. Thank you so much. Before going to the attention economy, shall we start by a small activity? Thank you. I want you all to recollect the message or the post or the video that you scrolled last in your social media account. Take time and recall the post or the message or the news or the feed or the video that you last scrolled in your social media account. If you can't focus, don't worry, please close your eyes and focus. All got it? Keep it there for a moment. Is it still there? Or is your mind fed with some other scrolls that you went through? It's still there?
Yeah.
Then I think I'm talking to a very unpolluted category of people. I am not going to focus on you. Actually, I'm talking about a different category of people whose attention span is very less, and how we as communicators should address or what tactics we should focus on while addressing those generation or those category of people. All right. So we are actually living in a digital era where the information is immense and we hear a lot of voice that is vying to catch our precious attention. Attention has become something that is so precious that we as communicators need to have an upper hand on how we should hone our communication skills to actually catch the attention of these people, and how we can create a content that will navigate through the noise that is already there, and how we can have the attention span of the people around us who we are communicating to. That is actually the heart of attention economy that we are actually going to explore today. So attention economy refers to the current environment where human attention is the most scarce and a valuable commodity. Usually what do we call a commodity? Commodity is a goods or service that is sold. So attention is considered as a commodity, and that is exactly why we are talking about attention in terms of economics. We are talking about attention span of people, which is considered as a commodity in today's digital world. And attention economy is concerned with the competition to attract and retain people's focus in the digital realm. So how as we communicators should hone our communication skills, what should be our content, how should we voice so that we actually deliver it, and we actually deliver our message, and whoever we are communicating it to, they actually get what we are communicating. And when we talk about attention economy, two dimensions or two components of attention economy is the most important challenge in attention economy is navigating the noises, because as I already told, there are thousands of voices which are vying around us, yelling to us, please listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. And then we have to be heard by the people who we are communicating to, whoever be the target audience, may it be a family members, or may it be the people who are communicating at our workplace, or may it be for the business purpose, individuals, group, friends, business, anywhere. But then unless we hone our communication in such a way that we are heard different and we are accepted by the listeners, there is no purpose, and we don't have any relevance in the noisy environment. There comes the importance of intentional communication. And intentional communication is the deliberate effort that we take to ensure that people are paying attention to us. So what should we do to practice this intentional communication is exactly what we are exploring today. Digital platforms are rewiring our communication habits and mindsets. I'm sure everyone would agree to this. In this room, how many of you are wearing specs? Oh, it's more than 40%, right? But wearing specs, when we see a person wearing specs, we never associate them to a physical disability, do we? No, right? But at the same time, if we see a person wearing a hearing aid, I'm not, it's not offending anyone, but then I'm just talking the reality. When we see a person wearing a hearing aid, automatically we associate them with someone having a physical disability. It's both the same. It's one is, it's your eyes are physically challenged, or other one is you have a ear which has a hearing disability. But then when you wear a specs, you don't associate them with a physically challenged person. You see someone with hearing aid, you associate them with a physically challenged person. Why is this? It's only because our neurological processes are so trained that we see people wearing specs as a common thing, and we have learned to normalize that. But other thing is not very popular among us, that we associate it with something that is not normal. So it is all our mindset, our neurological setting is like that. Now, my dad was working in UAE for nearly 5 years, only 5 years, because he had chronic nostalgic disorder that he couldn't survive in Dubai. So he came back to his government job, which was back at home, and he was enjoying his life back homeland. Until 15 years from now, I mean, until some 2000s or something, 2000 or 2010s, my mom always used to tease my dad because what he used to do is 1990s, before leaving to Dubai every year when he comes, he used to take photos, pictures of dishes that my grandmother cooks, and he carries it there. So whenever he's this severe nostalgic syndrome uh, pops up for him, what he does is he looks at this and he shows us every friends asking, how do you see this? Do you like this? This is my mom cooked, sambar or vada or whatever. How do you like this? Then everyone might have called my father was nuts, and my mom used to tease him for this. But 15 to 20 years from then, today, not 15 to 20 years from then, and today, after maybe 25 to 30 years, today, every one of us receive at least 100 such pictures in our social media feed asking, how do you like my paisam? How do you like my palak paneer? How do you like my alfam? Did anyone get to taste that? Didn't you comment that, wow, it looks awesome, it tastes yummy? It's the same context. My dad asked it, he was called nuts. And today, when people asked it, proudly presented in a social media account, everyone comments it telling that, wow, it looks amazing, you should have added this. How do I know that what I've added in that, and if some more salt was added or some more sugar was added, it would have tasted better. It's the same thing. But why did this shift of acceptance happen? Because it has become so normal, so common that we started normalizing it. This is the influence of social media that has on our thinking process that I'm focusing on. So when we are so polluted or so being influenced by the social media's presence, the way we communicate, what we communicate, how we communicate definitely matters, irrespective of who you are, to whom you are communicating. Because the category of people who are using the social media, who are being influenced by social media or this digital realm is everyone. Earlier it was only above a certain age that you get exposed to this. But then today, Sarah, how much time do you spend on screen? Do you watch Instagram Reels? No? You don't watch? Nice baby. Huh? YouTube shorts. Yeah. So even she, to catch her attention, we have to mold it accordingly. To catch Dr. Babu's attention, I have to, tone my communication style accordingly, including the content, the time, the style. So that is why communicating, mindful or intentional communication is becoming relevant. Now, two outputs of socially wired brain is, one is battle for eyeballs. Battle for eyeballs is something that business is looking upon because we are fed with thousands of feeds every time. Brands or corporates are actually waiting, or they are longing to just get our eyeballs clicked on their content, that is their money, right? So likewise, how as we communicators should, or what we as communicators should do to get the eyeballs of who we are delivering it to. Every single minute, over 350,000 tweets are fired off into the digital universe. And you know what's the difference between seeing it or hearing it in the digital universe and when we deliver it directly? It makes a lot of difference, right? The way they present it, the structure, the wrapping, everything is totally different. And how much ever we try to do it directly, it makes a lot of difference. It is exactly like, since I'm a dancer, I'll tell it. It's exactly like how you go on a dance, perform on a stage without the proper costume. Like if I go and perform a classical dance wearing my blazers, and then someone come and perform the same dance with the dance costumes, the effect, the impact it is going to have on the audience is totally different, even though it is the same dance, same performance, almost same, comparable dancers are performing it. So that is a difference it is making, appearance is making. Now, exponential growth of content. See, in 2004, this is the statistics which shows how different social media has been growing in terms of the content that it is delivering. And it's only up to 2018. You know why? After that, it went exponentially high that there is no relevance in telling that, because after 2008, even after, since it is post-COVID, the rate has been so high that it is nowhere comparable to the data in 2004. How digital platforms are rewiring our communication habits and mindsets. Different social media platforms is being discussed, like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, X, LinkedIn. Why this classification is taken here is because the users of all of these social media accounts are different. Facebook is for, my mom always said, why do these aunties come to Instagram? They have a better place to be. Facebook is for people around 30. About 30. You can go to Instagram, but then no one below 30, I don't see, unless they have any economical benefits, they come to Facebook. So Facebook is for people above 30. Insta is for the teens. YouTube is for everyone, I understand now. TikTok is for all those people who are enthusiast reels makers, and X is for, of course, it is a replacement of Twitter. Then LinkedIn is a professional platform. So the categorization shows that whichever category of people you are addressing, whichever platform and social media we are talking about, everywhere the figures are so high that digital distractions are definitely there, digital influence is definitely there, and so we have to hold our content in such a way that we are at par with them or we are different from them, so that people are interested in our content. How much ever we talk about social media, its influence, the pollution that it creates in our, the networking, the neurological composition, and everything, there are definitely, social media has a lot of positives. The attention span in this room is very less, right? Are you all with me even now? That's all right. We have. I'll make sure that you are with me after this. So one is increased connectivity. Of course, the social media has opened up immense possibility of increase. Other day I was speaking to Vinay, persuading him to take up the timer's role, and I was just giving him instructions about how to take up the timer's role and what to do and all. He was at 10, I think it was around 9:30 p.m. at night, and he messaged me in a call, I'll call you back. So he was talking to his parents, and he told me that it is a routine business, like every day at that particular time, every day he speaks to his mom. So increased connectivity is one benefit. Instant information sharing is another benefit. Diverse forms of expression and community building, and these are all benefits that we already know. But then for business and marketing opportunity, social media can be a very, very advantageous in terms of, see, these are something that every one of us knows, and it's not very relevant to the attention economy and we as communicators, how we use it. But then this is one slide which I included because this is something that business model can be used as a business model for how social media helps in attention economy. So we all said and done, we know disturbance is there. There is a lot of push in the social media, content, information. What are the consequences? Shortening of attention span. this is just because I'm into education sector that I've included this, and I, being a mom, have definitely seen this personally. 51% of teens watch TV while doing homework. 50% of teens use social media while doing homework. 76% of teens listen to music while doing homework. 60% of teens send messages while doing homework. What do we do when we are listening to someone? Do we just listen? Yeah? I don't think so. Definitely no. And we know what is goldfish memory, because our attention span or memory is so short that it is compared to the goldfish memory. Social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram are designed to make our brains adapt to only receiving small and short forms of media at once. And that is, I think Toastmasters should restructure their programs. 18 to 22 minutes attention span is too much that I can expect from an audience, because our brains are so molded that we are so wired to accept only small and short forms of media information at once. Now, the algorithmic influence. This is where, the social media is acting as powerful gatekeepers. They screen what kind of information should reach us, right? First, it actually starts by, saying what is our mindset or what is our areas of interest. Then it's send only those information. I have an activity. Share one moment when you felt you might be in a filter bubble. Filter bubble is where you are being given feeds only based on the gatekeeping or the screening by the social media. Any one of you have ever felt that you have been in a filter bubble?
Yes.
Always.
Yes. Always. Yeah? Okay. Since we are actually, I wanted one of you to share that is, that moment, but then understanding our own filter bubbles will actually help us being a good listener or be in the receiver side of communication. Okay. While communicating during this digital realm, there is a lot of noise that has been there. Noise in the sense, lot of information around us. The cost of noise is message fatigue, decreased engagement, and struggle for genuine connection. All right. So, just taking the second one, decreased engagement as a factor. How many of you don't have any social media account? Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You have an Instagram account. Okay. Quickly, can you tell me which is the right logo of Facebook? Third one? Third one?
Second one.
It's the fourth one. How many times you log into a Facebook account every day? Yes. Insta at least? I think Dr. Sitara should be able to tell this. Third one? Exactly. It's the third one. And LinkedIn? First one? It's the third one. And TikTok?
Always the three.
Fifth one. No, it's the second one. And YouTube? Sarah, you tell me YouTube. Which is the logo of YouTube?
Second.
It's the second one. See how many times you log into your account. We are engaged. Are we engaged or disengagedly engaged? This is the question. Yes.
We are not focusing the lot.
Exactly. Yeah. We are. What are we focusing on? And how can I make you focus on what I have to focus on? That is actually what I wanted to discuss. So, intentional communication. Intentional communication is actually communicating with purpose, with clarity, and a deep understanding of what audience actually requires. So, speaking with purpose, clarity, and understanding of what will be the outcome. That is what intentional communication is about. Okay, this is one thing that I want you all to reflect on. Think about a message you need to deliver in the near future. To anyone it can be, you can take some time. Think about a message you want to deliver in the near future. What is your core purpose of this message and what do you want to achieve out of this message? I request everyone to take a piece of paper and pen and to write down what the message. You don't have to write an elaborate message or whatever the content is, but then at least a gist of what will be the core purpose, who is your primary audience, what do you want to know about them, what are their needs, what is one key takeaway you want them to remember, and what is one way you can make this message more interactive or engaging.
Do you want to
No, I don't want that paper. But the whole gist of whatever I was talking now was that if you have a message to be conveyed, these are the areas or these are the things, and this is what is intentional communication. Who we are communicating to, how we are going to deliver it to, what do I want them to know from my communication, whatever I'm interacting with, and how can I make it more engaging and mindful for the one who is receiving. So next time when you communicate, the digital realm is there, the pollution is there, the voices are vying around us, but then it is not just about what or how we are communicating, it is about who we are as communicators. It is about our mindset. Intentional communication is something that we have to focus on. And with that, I actually wanted to focus on the intentional communication part, that it was already read. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmasters Meeting, for that beautiful, well-researched, well-practiced. Switch off. Big hand for Toastmasters Meeting. Well-rehearsed, well-researched, well-rehearsed, beautiful, and very contemporary subject. Intentional, it's not mindless scrolling, mindful consumption. Okay, great. We are actually 10-15 minutes late, we need to go fast. So we do have Vivek and myself have some slides. We thought of showing it after the break. After the break, Ovi is already here, he's going to announce the nomination committee. So it's going to be a rush. Let's show it right now. The presidency. Let's quickly see 2 slides before we disperse for break. The Indian presidents, let's guess each one by one. Can somebody guess? Rajendra Prasad. Let's go next. Fast. Yeah, this already mentioned. Somebody else. Yes. Anybody? Saji? Here. Can you guess? No. Zakir Hussain. Yeah. This one month. This is Giri. This is actually Giri. The previous one is not Giri. I need to know who is Giri. I don't know who it is. Okay, let's go to Giri. Yes, this one?
Fakhruddin Ali.
Yes. From your state?
Neelam Sanjeev.
Jati. Yeah, BD. Yes. Yeah. Neelam Sanjeev Reddy. Zain Singh. R. Venkatram. Okay, let's go next one. COVID. Yeah. So let's go to the next one. Nobel laureates. We have Nobel laureates also. Indian Nobel laureates. Who's this? Yeah, who is the person next to him? Einstein. Yeah, great. With 1955, Einstein. C.V. Raman. Amartya Sen. Yeah, Kailash. Thank you, Vivek. Most of you got 2 marks. Thank you, and actually we need to expedite, go fast. We have table topics, we have business session, we have COVID waiting for a nomination committee announcement, and we have distinguished guest DTM KM Thomas as general evaluation. So can I request you to quickly have a break? So no, you can bring the photo. Yes.
Yes. Sir, please.
Let's take a quick photo, please. Photo or break?
No, we'll have the photo now.
All ladies,
Ma'am, please.
No, we have the proposal.
Come on, sir, founder president, please. MOD, please.
you don't need to say that.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. That is the only way we can
No, she is actually premiering today. Just 15 is missing.
It was very good. Trust me, the whole 2 weeks I was getting out of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we request you to settle down, please, with your plates and yeah, please. We are late actually. We are very much late. Yeah.
told to me that that was yet she was selling the medicines. The other day she gets a call like, what are you doing? He's doing my father. The other was like, what is his name now? He had to
So, being case, can we have you sit in on the table of the chair, please? We are beginning now. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up is table topic session. And to conduct this table topic session, we have a man who is born in Salmania Hospital.
So tall. You want to?
I asked him from where, he says Salmania Hospital. So what can I say? So for Toastmasters, without wasting much time, let's invite table topics master, Toastmaster John Savo.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, all Toastmasters and esteemed guests.
Good evening.
So, as your table topics master, before I introduce what the next session is about, I first call upon our first speaker, TM Yashodhan. And as I hand out the topic to him, I will just brief you about how we run this next session.
Okay.
So, table topics is all about impromptu speaking. So right now I've handed out the topic that he's going to speak about, and in the next 15 to 20 seconds he's going to come up with what he has to say, which he'll put into words for roughly 1 minute to 2 minutes, and our timer would be signaling the time to him. And I wish our speaker all the very best, and over to our first speaker, Yashodhan. So I just mentioned the topic also. Yes, the topic that I've given to Yashodhan is 50 years from today, your biography is made into a movie. What would be your legacy? And his role is he ends the speech with the title of the movie. Over to you. So I'll repeat it once more. 50 years from today, your biography is made into a movie. What would be your legacy? End the speech with the movie title.
Thank you very much. Scene number 1. A small kid from Pune, studying in Marathi medium, doesn't know anything about English, and his father is called in the school because his teacher asked him some basic spellings of the words like boot and shoes, and he could not give the correct answers. Scene number 2. He goes to the college, suddenly from Marathi medium to English medium, and the economics teacher giving the notes, and he is writing those notes in Marathi. When the teacher says enough, he is writing that word in Marathi as enough. Scene number 3, he comes to Bahrain, starts working in a company where he needs to write emails in English, and he used to take literally 1 hour for writing one small email. Scene number 4, he comes to WMC, and now he writes his own speeches, and then he participates in the competitions and somehow wins the competitions as well. In English.
And that too in English.
That's the humorous part. So friends, this is a new movie which is gonna get released in next week, and the title of the movie is from zero to hero.
I thought you would name it Yash.
Well, Yash has always been a good sport at our WMC, and so there's only 4 people I've excluded from being included in this table topic session. The 3 are our tag players, and then our guest DTM KM Thomas, as he's being our general evaluator. So I'm giving the honors to our timer, who would be actually selecting our next speaker. It's just going to be a ballot. Just hit the center.
I think you should say the topic first and then.
No, I'll hand out the topic as they come in.
So an absolute dictator.
Yes. And wow, Vivek, come on. So you get to pick one of the topics.
Next would be you.
My luck has been going good in crypto.
So, you will lead it out. That is better, I guess.
Yes.
A legacy I so admired to be a part of.
So the topic to Vivek is a legacy he has so admired to be a part of. So everyone, please give a big round of applause to Vivek.
There are a lot of legacies we have, right? Those are like files or folders in our cabinet. Which one to pick or choose? I think having given the eloquence and the video for the final meeting, what better legacy to speak about than WMC Toastmasters? Why? How many clubs are 20 plus years old, lives for so long? Living is different from existing. Okay, a lot of people exist. Some exist in their life and some are in the hospital in coma. This is a living, thriving legacy that we have here. This is a club whose people are still energetic, on their toes, they contribute, they make an impact, and they are still here. This is a club that has very confidently strode forward and has been a part of various initiatives. We have given to Toastmasters, we have given to those who turned up in the DTAC, we have created a lot of champions, and most importantly, like how Yash has mentioned, we have galvanized very strong, lasting changes in people's lives. That is leaving a fingerprint in someone's life. How many clubs or initiatives could do it over 20 plus years? Very less. So coming back to the question, a legacy I so admire to be a part of, well, I happen to be the BPPR. That shows my admiration. Over to you.
Next VPPR will how to become a meme girl.
Well, thanks a lot for that speech to our Toastmaster Vivek. And while he was speaking, our timer had hit the ballot for the next person, and I call upon Toastmaster Govind with the next topic. So please welcome. Oh, he's also got a good. You are a movie director of a historic project. Describe how your cast would be.
Oh my god.
Photo poster, Nicola hero. Light camera action. My first star. I need a hero, right? Whom I will select? Okay. Well dressed. No. Well dressed.
Warrior.
Yes.
Keyboard
Shah
warrior.
Rukh Khan. Okay, I'll take Vivek as my hero. Okay.
And the heroine?
So, no. First to the hero. Vivek, are you ready with my project?
Okay.
Yes, perfect. And then we need one more actor also.
Villain.
Disturbing one. Second hero. Okay. Your role is to disturb the hero. No, you are not a villain. You are a good guy. You are in love with the same girl of this guy.
I will not compete against you.
So we have to select the heroine. So who else? Then Toastmaster Sitara.
Is that heroine?
Yeah, Toastmaster Sitara is the heroine.
Both will not
Vivek is the hero. And second hero is our Kef. Then we need some senior artist as well, right? So I will take Dr. Babu. Father of Toastmaster Sitara. Stop it. Yeah. So this is the story is all about. I'll make it the second part of Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. Story, yeah. It's a love story.
Now he is made against me. Dedicated
No, we don't have chance. These days, villain, there is no role for the villain. But they have to go to the south. In Hindi, there is no chance.
There is the
villain. Okay, if I get a chance, this will be our movie. Yeah, comedy we will take. Yeah, Johnny Lever will be our Toastmaster Yashoda. Okay, he's uncle. So it's a family drama. So that's it. Our movie is all about love and family drama movie. Everybody come. I'll be releasing that movie in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time.
1 week we'll do the shooting. And I wanted Sukumar to be the director, but I have to be director because he is not there. Okay, back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Owen. He was crying out for help, saying that he had a very late lunch and he doesn't want to be called up to the spot. But he's done a great job. So I want to call, before I call the last speaker, I'm just going to ask if anyone is ready to volunteer. Does anyone want to be a good sport?
That's how it should be.
Anyone? Not really? Okay, then I think our last chosen winner for today is Dr. Sitara. Over to you, Dr. Sitara. Yes. Yes, the topic to Sitara is the person who is not in her family that has shaped her future. The person who is not in a family that has shaped her future.
It's an irony because today Toastmaster Murali talked about mentorship and the importance of a mentor in one's life. But I was sitting there and throughout the course of his speech, I was thinking, I disagree. I strongly disagree. I don't believe in the idea of a single mentor who will shape your life. Good evening, Mr. Don, fellow Toastmasters, Toastmaster of the day, and beloved guests. Yes, that was my take about mentorship in one's life. But now I've got a question asking about who shaped your life other than your family. Obviously, your parents will have immense influence in your life. Other than that, if you can point out a person, I would say my teacher, my class teacher from 8th standard to 8th and 9th, these 2 grades, Mrs. Alice Maria. She was a person who for the first time spotted something special in me, and she was with me those 2 years. I don't know what she saw in me, but she was there throughout those 2 years guiding me, not like other kids, but she used to say that you are a child whom God has placed in his hands. That sentence has had profound influence on me. Even now, when I waver out some issue, I remember those words. And it is something that drives me forward throughout the course and whatever hardships comes in my way. So today, I remember my teacher fondly, and I thank her for those kind words which has in a way shaped my future. Thank you.
Toastmaster Sitara for that good speech. And with that, I wind up the table topic session. WMC has always had a legacy of not just shaping and molding great speakers and turning our lives into a better chapter, something that we are very commonly known as overshooting time. So, without any further ado, I would call upon our Toastmaster of the day, Dr. Thank
What a fantastic table topic session, wasn't it?
Yes.
Great, wonderful. Yash and Sitara, Vivek and Owen all performed beautifully. Because the topics were such that everybody wanted to talk. Great. Well done, Don. It's very fast, brisk, quick, and swift. One of the topics given to Owen was about movie. I was sitting there reminded of Udham Singh. How many of you know Udham Singh? Heard of Udham Singh? Only one, my God. 2 or 3, okay, oh. So I need to say this. Udham Singh, there was a lot of movies made of Udham Singh. In Jallianwala Bagh massacre was one of the black chapters of Indian history, where thousands of people gathered in Jallianwala Bagh ground, and all 4 sides the gates were closed. And General Dwyer comes with his tank and hundreds of people and starts firing at the people. There were men, there were women, there were children. And the firing continued for 9 minutes. It was not indiscriminate firing, random firing. It was structured, targeted attack. People were, if you see on the YouTube, you see it. People were trying to run here and there, all 4 sides closed. Nowhere to run, people tried to climb. And within 9 minutes, 1,650 people died. There was one young man who survived. His name was Udham Singh. He said, I will take revenge on this. I will not let it go. He waited and waited and waited for years. He went to London, disguised as British, wearing a cap and coat and looks like a British man. And there was East India Company, big meeting in London, where hundreds of people, on the stage there were dignitaries sitting. General Dwyer, who was the General of Punjab that time, who ordered this strike, he was sitting there. Udham Singh went there, can you imagine, with his pistol hidden under a book. Revolver was hidden under a book. You can see it on YouTube, you can see it on Google. And he went there, unfortunately there was no that time metal detectors. He sat there, and as soon as General Dwyer got up to speak, ladies and gentlemen, Udham Singh got up from his seat. Hey, get prepared to die. Just started firing left, right. 3 shots, not much. The man immediately collapsed on the floor. And Udham Singh surrendered to become one of the greatest martyrs that India has ever seen, along with Bhagat Singh. So this was the great story of Udham Singh.
He did it 40 years after the event.
Yeah, many years. I think 20 years.
It's not in our history textbooks. All I saw was generally all of us.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters is not only about education. In Toastmasters, business is also education.
Can I just interview for a second?
Yeah.
Just on the Jallianwala Bagh, they just recent movie has come, which is Kesari 2.
Yeah.
And everybody should watch it.
Yes. Jallianwala Bagh is amazingly profound. It's unbelievable.
Kesari was only one movie of Krishna, no?
Yeah.
Now there's coming another movie of Kesari 2.
But I'm going to looking back on this movie because there is a fighting and going on in the court. Is that actually happening or this is just a...
No, let it be the question mark, let us mark it.
Cinematic
history.
Let us watch the movie and let us continue the meeting. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, business is also education. There is London School of Economics, there is Harvard Business School, so Toastmasters in business is also education in Toastmasters. Let's have a quick business session with none other than our president, Toastmaster Prabodha Sani.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Well, quick business session start with quick follow up of minutes of the meeting from our secretary.
Good evening. Short minutes of meeting for 99B, which was conducted on 4th April 2025. Meeting was opened by Toastmaster Krishna Result announced. The theme of the meeting was Mentors, Masters, Mentorship Matters. After the presidential address by Toastmaster Prabhuda Saraki, the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Emmanuel Williams took over. Toastmaster Joy Ayub was our founder, Toastmaster Sharaf the timer, and Toastmaster Norman the ground lead for the day. Educational session had 5 speeches by Toastmaster Gita Krishna, Toastmaster Murali Vivekam, Toastmaster Puskaria, Toastmaster Arvind Shastra, and Toastmaster Sajid Kumar. It was followed by listening session. Table topic session was action. General evaluation session was by Toastmaster Manambalam Tirumala. The awards, the best of tag was Toastmaster Joy Ayub as our founder, best of PMOD GETTM was Toastmaster Emmanuel Williams as PMOD, best speaker was Toastmaster Gita Krishna, and best evaluator Deacon Breakout.
Thank you so much. It's a high speed. So, is everything is okay? Can we adapt the minutes of the meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
I adapt the meeting.
Thank you so much. Someone second. Thank you so much. Do you have anything to say, Suresh?
Once again, good afternoon. I just want to mention about the inventory. So everything is in control. And I'm in the process of preparing a list of inventories which I will be handing over to the next surgeons.
Good job. Thank you so much. Very good job. And Treasurer?
Yes, one update we have collecting the fees for the club fees, and it's due April to June, and also if you wish to pay for 2 terms, which is till September, also you can make the payment. I updated the follow to everyone, those who are not paid, and I'll again follow to the and yeah, this is and also we are in the last term, and I need to finalize the accounts, so I'm also doing the finance planning, correcting invoices and other legal things. Okay. So that also will update you.
Okay. And about the 500 expenses and all, I think we can see to Dr. Rahul and later we can business. Thank you so
Yes.
much. Yeah. And Secretary, from your side, I think she is busy. Both sides, I saw she's writing this secretary thing as well as the role she's playing today. Thank you so much. Education.
Good evening, everyone. Nothing much from my side. We are safe with the DCP points. We are completing every levels today except one more, which will be scheduled. We'll be finishing the whole educational points by second meeting of May. And our next meeting will probably be a joint meeting. We are exploring the possibilities with just the financial side of it, we are just negotiating. And once that is through, it will be a joint meeting with Palakkad Toastmasters. We'll be conducting the meeting here. That's all.
Thank you so much, and thank you our members actually, because you are helping us to get these DCP points. So for all of you, we have a big round of applause. Thank you so much. And so final meeting, we have mementos for the members who are not collected. You can collect from here. Okay, you can collect. I think there's nothing much to say. Thank you. Yes.
Couple of things. One, what is the club strength now?
Club strength is now 30.
How many members attended the 500 meeting?
19 members with their companies.
Yeah?
Yes, 19 members with their companies.
Because I saw a comment there saying by senior members, that's why I wanted to. Wanted the president to work out and see why the 11th.
Yes, actually, almost all of them are having some urgent family calls. Yes, that's even Murali, Roy.
But the total attendance was around 100.
90. Total, yes, 90 around.
And I just have one last thing. I want to move a resolution congratulating the president, Prabodha, Vice President Surabila, and the team for the excellent 500 meeting.
Placing order. You have placed the order for pins?
Pins already there.
No. Next set.
Already there.
With officers also?
Yes.
Okay.
All officers been already arrived.
Oh, excellent.
Three steps ahead.
So quick.
Thank you, Prabodhaji. Thank you, Prabodhaji, for conducting the business session so promptly. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the last assignment before we have general evaluation. Succession plan is very important in any Toastmasters meeting to identify and hand over our club to the next team of officers. So for that we have a nomination committee of which the immediate past president Govind Krasna is the chairman of the nomination committee, is ready with the names. So he has 10 minutes, I'm sure he will make it faster than 10 minutes. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for immediate past president, area director, Toastmaster Govind Krasna.
Good evening, everyone. I'm really glad. So my task was cut short within, it didn't take me a week's time to finalize the committee. Thank you for all the support. Whoever members I've approached, they willingly accepted the role. Thank you very much for that. And we are having a great team. And also, I have to thank Toastmaster Abdul Rahim and Toastmaster Sukumar. They were part of the committee as well with me, and we have approached the members and we finalized all the 7 officers of the next upcoming ExCom. So these are all the nominated members, and there is the opportunity for anyone to, during AGM, right? During AGM, they can stand the election as well, and then we will have the election. Otherwise, we will elect those members who are nominated members will get elected. Okay, Sergeant at Arms. Yeah, Sridharan with a beautiful background and with a beautiful hairstyle. I'm Dr. Sitara Sridharan. This is a summary, and she joined us along with Dr. Anita, I guess, during my term as a president. And she is taking up the role. Last year she didn't take up the role, so this year she is taking up the role, and she is going to be the Sajrita, the secretary. Tall man. Oh, sorry. Secretary is Toastmaster John Samuels. He joined, I guess, he was there. And after we started coming to the meetings and all, and he became a member during Prabhu's term. Yeah. He was born in. That's what he wrote. He was born in Bahrain, but studied in India. He's currently working over here. So, the other person is treasurer. Here is the lady. She's taking up the treasurer role because she's having some other assignments, commitments as well. So that's what she said. This is the role suits her. This year's planning with her education as well. So that's the reason she's opting for it. Vice President Public Relations.
Who is this one?
We have to convince her to take up this particular role, and she will do exceptionally well. I have seen them taking up whatever role she has taken up. She has done it fabulously, and she will do wonders as well as VPPR.
It's doing memes now.
Yeah.
Follow 10 to meme pages.
And Vice President membership. After doing fantastic work as a DP membership,
Sorry, VP PR, he is taking up the role of VP leadership. He's saying one step at a time. Yeah, one step at a time. So he is just moving.
Two more years for becoming
Fully. Yeah. So that's it. This is about Vivek. I'm sure he will do wonderfully well. Vice President Education. He's 24/7 Toastmaster. It's part of our club since last 6 months, 6 or 7 months. And he's willing to take up this role, and definitely is going to bring lots of experience along with it. Ta-da-da! We are just nominating him as a president. I had a lengthy discussion with him, and finally he's taking up. He's coming from industry experience of 25 years and having lots and lots of senior positions he was with. And definitely he will bring in that experience to WMC as well. I wish all the best to the newly nominated members. Along with that, we should not forget one more person. He is also part of this XCOM. Immediate past president. Default member. Yes.
He was standing straight in the earlier photo.
With the pressure.
Lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Donald Trump's.
When I walked out of this Toastmaster, he was the president. Nobody also I wish the XCOM, nominated XCOM all the best. You may start working with your team, president and nominated president along with the XCOM. Yeah.
Half of them were doctors.
Yeah. And also we brought in 3 ladies as well in this particular XCOM. Yes. Last XCOM there were 3, and this year as well we ensured 3 ladies are there.
Whenever there are 3 ladies.
Even the Indian Parliament is also not giving 33% representation. Yeah, that's it from my side. Yeah.
Big hand for Toastmaster Owen Crasta. All the very best, Toastmaster Roy and your team. You have a great talent, support system, and I congratulate all Toastmasters who have volunteered for this wonderful, great future ahead for WMC Toastmasters. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our final phase of this meeting is of course general evaluation. Feedback is a gift. Whoever gives feedback, we must open the gift with love. So we must embrace those people who give us constructive feedback, who say on our face that our face is dirty. He is a man who is a well-wisher. So ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very distinguished personality who joined Toastmasters in 2005. And he is currently 2004. And he is currently the president of Marine Medical Fraternity Toastmasters Club. He's also been a president of Krypton Toastmasters Club as well as Indian School Toastmasters Club. Beyond that, of course, he's a laughter guru. He's started his own laughter club, and he's a wellness coach, trainer, and he has published 3 books on Amazon. You can see them. Laughter. Beyond all that, he's a wonderful person. He's from Muna actually, so beautiful place, beautiful person. So, what I love about William Came is he's a person who is great at heart, inside. He's wonderful. I mean, wherever he go, he talks with sincerity, with love, with affection, and he renders his service selflessly. A man with mild spoken, warm-hearted, great, wonderful personality. Ladies and gentlemen, let's, with great pride, let me invite on stage General Evaluator ATM Ian Thomas.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. I was in a doubtful manner. I don't know to whom he is talking about. It's about me or some other person in the WMC Toastmasters. We will thank you for all the good words. How is the meeting today? Hope you are enjoyed and in a very relaxed manner. That is, I think, that is the legacy of WMC Toastmasters, right? To all veterans, Toastmasters over here. And I always love and envy with the WMC Toastmasters. You people are always connected each other. So when someone is coming, somebody is discussing something else, all are joined together. Okay, before I go further, let me ask the time taken by the speakers today. Let me invite the timer. Vinay Naik, can you present the time taken by the speakers and table topic commentators?
The speakers took Murli finished in 5 minutes 15 seconds, and Surabila took 25 minutes 25 seconds. And of the table topic sessions, Yash finished it in 1.4. Vivek in 1.47, close behind. Ovin in 2 minutes 15 seconds, and finally Siddhara in just over 2 minutes, 2 hours 2 minutes 3 seconds.
Thank you so much. Now it's the time to decide the valuation. Do we have any voting for the speaker? Yes. For the table of commentators. Going now? Okay, fine. Okay. Now let us hear the evaluation. The first speech was presented by Murali Udekar. The evaluator is Hita Krishna. Join me to welcome the evaluator Hita Krishna.
What you are is the gift of God, and what you give back is your gift to God. Good afternoon, General Evaluator, Toastmaster of the Day, my fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guests. Highlighting Toastmaster Abdul Rahim said, Toastmaster Murali is using only his 50% of talent, and still he walked away with third prize in humorous annual contest in division level. Then imagine, what if he used 100% of his talent? He would be probably talking in Netflix or TEDx right now. Okay, let's talk about the positive things. He began with a question. Boom. Audience were hooked. This was a classic move, Toastmaster really. Well drafted speech with beautiful sentences, especially the one I liked, raw and unpolished diamonds. Being heard as lecture, thoughtful, relatable, and very poetic. Then you added the personal stories of your own as a protege, especially with your mentee, which is myself, and your brother's experience as a lecturer in the college. This added more personal touch, which you connected with the audience, and this was the cherry on the top. And now the scope of improvements, or I would call it as unlocking Murali's Magic 2.0. The speech was short and sweet. I think it was too sweet that we all were craving for more. Your voice sometimes tapered off like a song fading just before the best part. This felt like some sentences incomplete, and some parts need more clarity. You need to make every word clear as, as it matters. It really matters. And in conclusion, Toastmaster Murali's speech was meaningful and modest at 50% power, with a just bit more vocal clarity or less pauses and more energy. Your speech won't be just heard, it will be remembered. Yeah, we all are ready for your next speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters.
Who is the mentor? Who is the mentee?
The second speech was presented by Toastmaster Sunubila Patari. The evaluator is Dr. Sajid Kumar. Let us invite Dr. Sajid Kumar.
We scroll through oceans of content, but retain only drops of knowledge. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, General Evaluator. Our attention span is very short in this world. It's only limited to shorts and reels. The topic is very close to heart. The attention economy for a person who is wanna be a content creator, what the people want in this short attention. Every time when you scroll a reel or a short, your brain wiring is designed in such a way the attention span keeps coming down. That is why the algorithms are defined in such a way that whenever you are seeing more shorts and reel, it is designed to give you more so that it will make you use of the social media for longer. The speech had a clear structure. What is attention economy? It's a clear definition. How these social media like Instagram, TikTok are using our time and making our attention span very short. She was very confident in the talk. She owned the stage from full with her power packed confidence in the language, eye contact with the people, and her gestures. The few real life situations where she connected the father's likes for the picture to the current likes was very good. The activity which made us to think which is a correct logo, which was very good. In a speech of 18 to 22 minutes, gathering people attention who are already been shortened by the social media is very difficult. She got that in that activity. But one activity may not be enough for that whole 18 to 22 minutes. The topic is close to our heart, but the subject wise it's kind of dry. You might need a frequent periodic interactions like a human, a poll, or an activity which she did could have been better to engage the audience for a long keynote speech. The last of the moment, like she was kind of fast, which could have been avoided by because it is a PowerPoint. So you can know how much time you can spend in a PowerPoint, plus or minus 10 seconds to make the keynote speech. Overall, going by her evaluation, what was the core purpose? The core purpose is well served. What do you want to achieve? She wanted to achieve to come out of the social bubble. Primary audience is our Toastmasters. Key takeaway: increase your lifespan, get out of the social bubble. Was it engaging? 80%. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Evaluator Dr. Kumar. Now let us know the time taken by the evaluators. Let us go on the timer. Toastmaster Vinay, night.
Both of them took more or less the same time. Hita finished in 3 minutes and 17 seconds. and Dr. Saji in 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Thank you. Now let us move to the proceedings of today's meeting. When I came over here around 3:50, I was doubtful if the meeting going to start on time. It was, I think, just 1 minute before the Sunday was present in the podium. Started on time. That is the one missing by most of the Toastmasters there. Next to Dr. Margaret Burns. How we extend the meetings. Sometimes we get put forward, the meeting will start after 10 minutes, 15 minutes like that. So no need to worry, we know the legacy of WMC Toastmasters. They are perfect. Suppose anything else on there, they are perfectly imperfect or perfectly imperfect. They are perfect on all things. The meeting started on time and Sajid Towns explained the theme and the initial guidelines to follow by the participants, and she welcomed the gathering. So I invited President. Adoption of the agenda was done. He apologizes, anything there. And President talked about history, and history is history. President talked about the Toastmasters International history and the history of WMC Toastmasters. That is the one actually the people need when the WMC Toastmasters started and who the legends behind this organization. As you know that our founder member is still present over here. So it is a good for the new members to join, to learn about Toastmasters International and the legacy of WMC Toastmasters. You are a dog plus the president. Another president invited Toastmasters of the day. Toastmasters of the day, Abdul Rahim. Abdul Rahim, we all know this personality, be joyful. When he was taking any role, he's taking it to what he's giving 100%. When more than 100% he's giving to that. Right? So we will enjoy his sessions, of course, whatever the role he is taking, even in the corner store. So he will make people very so joyful, so happy, so relaxed man. Right? So he conducted the meeting very well and going to the procedures. Sometimes he asks the questions to the members over here, and actually this is a good sense that we can assure that their participation is there. Sometimes, as Ms. said, the attention span is maybe how many minutes, few seconds after the meet, or might be move around somewhere else. So when we ask questions or someone from the audience talking about something, so we can probably say that we are still connected with the audience. So that is a good manner. But sometimes, did we feel that any deviation from the theme or the plan of the agenda? Do you feel any deviation from the theme or the plan of the agenda? No. Okay, fine. Okay, you would introduce the board sayings today, timer, grammarian, and accountant. They will explain well how they are going to check or evaluate today's sessions, the fillers of the words, the word of the words, how many times used. So I'm not going to purposely so many things like a procedure. So what I find today's meeting is that first of all, I'm thankful for inviting me as an evaluator. I am one of the person who is closely watching the achievements and procedure of WMC Toastmasters since its inception. I was here, I know how WMC was formed, I know this history, I know the various views also. He's my best friend. So as someone says, the existence of the gloves, there are so many gloves in the island, but the one glove is still it is powerful glove, that is WMC Toastmasters. I think that is the reason together, the connection with the members. In some clubs, you can feel that members are losing always. In the newer time, we will lose so many members. The connection is not there. Because I think that after COVID period, that connection has gone. Members are not connecting. They just come for the meeting and have a serious, with serious faces and going back.
So I feel that this meeting is a relaxed manner. When I check the agenda is well prepared. I saw the flyer in WhatsApp page. You got this black and white. It's an artistic piece that with a picture of historians, with a picture of Toastmaster of the day. And I found that one picture is missing in that one. You know whose picture? Generally, Margaret is missing. I don't think anything serious is behind. And there are a lot of good things I can explain, I can say about today's meeting. And that's first, as I said, it is the connection of the members. Sometimes we deviate from the planned agenda or planned theme because there are positive implications and negative implications. Suppose we leave from the theme, So what are the positive implications? We will get participation from the other members and will connect with others. The negative implications sometimes time mismanagement or sometimes we feel that meetings are unorganized. But I think like WMC Toastmasters, we all are in a very joyful environment, sharing, loving, caring each other, and supporting each other members. The positive things I notified is started on time, assignees are well explained, and everyone feels relaxed, joyful, a lot of leaders in the meeting, during the meeting. And how to improve session, I couldn't find any negative implications to improve. The only things which I said is the sometimes slight deviation from the main theme. That which is required for the full dot or the to strengthen the club activities. Maybe we can continue that one. And another thing I noticed before the business session, usually we need to check the quorum of the material, quorum of the members. If it is quorum is there also, then also we can announce that we have a quorum and we'll go for the business session. Is it correct? Okay. And also nomination committees presentation, nomination committees presentation. Is it selected earlier or these people, or this first time you are presenting these members to the floor? First time presenting members to the floor. To presenting first time the members on the floor also, then we need to announce that we have a quorum today. More than 50% members are present. Then we announce the nomination. Then also after each text forms we are introduced, can ask anyone from the floor who wants to this position.
So that's only for the AGM.
This is not final.
This is not final.
This is just the proposal.
Not final. Okay.
No.
That's only for the AGM.
AGM. My notice is my board papers. And secretary is casting one vote.
No, that's for the AGM. This is only we have an AGM towards the end of the term. That day we have a.
That day you will announce again.
That is election.
And it's an election.
That's the election.
Election.
Okay, fine.
This is just a nomination.
Okay, fine. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for the clarification. And I appreciate all the assignees taken today's meeting. They are good mannered. Salute arms. Toastmasters of the day. Timers, accounters, Damarian. And let us now hear about the Damarian's report. Do I need to welcome the Damarian?
Good evening, everyone, once again. First, I'll go with the word of the day count. Vivek used the word of the day count 5 times, followed by Don, who used it 3 times. And Prabodha, Toastmasters Prabodha, Ita, Toastmasters Abdul Rahim, and Toastmaster Vinay used it twice, Toastmaster Sajkumar once, and General Evaluator used it once. Well done, everyone. Improper usages, I had a tough time today with very few improper usages. Do you have still that audio clip? Do you still have that audio clip? Whether his speech he delivers clearly could have been, whether his speech is delivered clearly, shows this to his every friend would have been shows this to all his friends. So normal that we started to normalize, could have been so rampant that we started to normalize. Something every one of us knows can be something that everyone knows. Is that actually happened? Could have been, did it actually happen? And one of the person closely watching could have been one of the persons who is closely watching. Then we had good usages, phrases, etc. History is indeed a mystery. And we had very good usages connected to the mentor-mentee. That is, good mentor frees you from the fear of being judged. A strong mentee makes a better mentor. A good mentor is like a springboard on which you can bounce to greater heights and be the kind of mentor who you always wish to have. Then we had usages which were interesting news and terminology like goldfish memory, digital distraction, message fatigue. Mindless scrolling should be replaced by mindful communication. Then, of course, WMC is an example of living, thriving, club legacy, and living is different from existing.
Thank you so much. Now let us hear from today's founder. Our founder is Subramanian Virabhadran.
Thank you for earlier. And the filler words for the day is very minimal. It's so 3 times used. It's like Vivek. And filler sound, which is it's used quite a lot. And I can say list Anita 4 times and Vivek quite more than 10 times. Gita 5 times and Murli 1 time and Saji 5 times. Dr. Surabila more than 10 times. And Don 2 times and Sitara 2 times. And another word, repeated words. You can say I, who, okay, it's used by Murli 2 times. And the Saji used the quite sometimes. And Surabila used repeated words. The, we, I know, I know, you know. And Don and Sitara used repeated words as and quite sometimes.
Thank you so much. Thank you all the word players, and I really appreciate your topic master who brought the kind of different topics connected with the theme of the day, sorry, word of the day, and invited people with the drove. And well, give a round of applause to them. So altogether we have a lovely session today. I must say that you guys are simply amazing, so fantastic. Continue this spirit, continue this strong relationship between members. And with this, let me conclude and I'd like to.
Big hand for Thomas. Sir, you two are amazing. Thank you very much for your comprehensive evaluation. Thank you so much. Thank you for sparing 3 hours with us. Invaluable hours on the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, we are perfectly on time. Before I hand the control back to our president, I'll take 3 minutes for apology. Yeah, I will just conclude with 3 minutes of small address. Now, I want to thank Prabodhaji because he started with the beautiful saying that history is not just about facts and figures. And also, Dr. Babu's 5-minute speech, many of us missed here, which was about 2004, where he won the TEP speech. It was a disaster in the club, but it went on to win the best speaker award in the world. So, if any one of your speech, any one of your speech does become a debacle, don't worry, we don't know what is in store for you. That is the lesson that we can learn from Dr. Babu. Now, I must thank both speakers, Dr. Surabila and Toastmaster Murali, the Arab man, Toastmaster Saji, Toastmaster Hita, and also the table topics master, beautiful Don, Samuel, and grammarian Toastmaster Anita, and Toastmaster Subramaniam, and time or the first assignment of his life in Toastmasters. He did it with such aplomb, such finesse, that it looked like as if he is doing it for a long time. Well done, sir. Well done. Congratulations. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my final few words about the theme is we always see in social media, as Ravila said, we always see sometimes, but most of the time, we see people are bashing the leaders, past leaders, which I strongly am against it. Like, for example, they are bashing that Gandhi is responsible for partition, Nehru is responsible for China war, China loss, all these things. What qualification do we have to evaluate them, to bash them? Nehru, do I have a qualification to just evaluate him? A man who has spent 3-4 years in jail for India. I did not spend 1 hour for jail, 1 hour in jail for India. I haven't spent even, what have I done in my life for India? I have not done anything. Be it Nehru, be it Gandhi, be it Vallabhbhai Patel, be it Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, be it Bhagat Singh, they all spend their lifetime trying to free this country for us. Day and night, their only agenda was how to get rid of this British clutches. And they worked hard, they went to prison. Imagine sitting in a prison and writing a book where there is no Facebook, no internet, no YouTube. Writing a book of 2000 pages, 2005 pages, Discovery of India by Nehru, and writing letters to Dr. Indira. How profound those letters were. How profound those books. Those books are like encyclopedia of the whole world history is there. Discovery of India. So what qualification do we have to analyze them, to evaluate them, to bash them? So my last word is we have to respect. A generation which doesn't respect their leaders are bound to doom. So be whoever it is, be it Savarkar, be it Shyam Prasad Mukherjee, be it Bal Gangadhar Tilak, be it Gopal Krishna Gokhale, they are all our leaders. They all tried hard, fought hard, strived hard, spent sleepless nights for our country. So we have to respect them, we have to admire them. We should not in any way, because those days, before 75 years, 80 years, they took some decisions. Gandhi took some decisions. They also took some decisions in the interest of the country. That time, we don't know what was the situation that time. Now, sitting after 70, 80 years sitting in a air-conditioned room, we cannot criticize them. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us not criticize them. Let us not encourage those people criticizing leaders. Second thing, my last point, ladies and gentlemen, as Vivek said, living and existing are two different things. WMC Toastmasters spoke beautifully. WMC Toastmasters is a legacy. WMC Toastmasters is not just a Toastmaster club, it's a soul for all of us. When we join here, after a few years, we become totally different people. We're all different people. The amount of connections, as K.M. Thomas rightly said, let us continue connecting. Let us continue speaking. Every word that you speak is a gift to the people. Every evaluation that we do is a gift for the person. Every time you evaluate a person, it doesn't help the only person, it helps the entire community. Let us keep communicating. Let us speaking. Let us do our best for our community. Ladies and gentlemen, those people who just joined WMC Toastmasters, you have joined not only the best Toastmaster club in Bahrain, but the best Toastmaster club in the world. I thank all of you for being with me, and I must also thank Toastmaster Govind, who was the nomination committee head. And I think I must all thank all the role players. And with that, back to our president.
You can extend for another 10 minutes?
No need.
No, I think already, yeah.
6:45, then we start thinking about extending.
Yeah.
As pretty professor. If you extend, you take water. Yeah. Anyway, she's ready with the next class.
Results is ready. So, Toastmaster of the day.
The results are ready, he is voting now.
Very good.
I want something.
Today it was to be voted. Yeah, go ahead.
So Toastmaster of the day to connect with every member of the club to invite them to this meeting. Okay. And last 2 days he engaged in WhatsApp group. And today he brings the themes to this meeting. What a wonderful meeting. Thank you so much. This is how a Toastmaster of the day should run the meeting. Thank you. Okay, so ready? So may I call our general evaluator? Guest feedback. And Toastmaster of the day?
Feedback from the guest.
Dr. Babri, join us. So, the results is ready. Best TMOTG and TTM award goes to Toastmaster Abdul Rahim. Best Evaluator award goes to Toastmaster Hita Krishna. Best Timer Counter Ramanayam, Toastmaster Anita Kumari.
Sir, let the TMOD give.
Best Table Topic Commentator, Toastmaster Yasodhana Bankar. And Best Speaker Award goes to Toastmaster Sinavela Patali.
Thank you, Vivek.
Guest, if there's any feedback from you?
First of all, thank you so much, Toastmaster Abdul Rahim and Toastmaster Obin for inviting me to this meeting. It's a great pleasure. I'm very happy to attend such a meeting where there is a legacy of more than 20 years. So, I was a Toastmaster in Dubai for some years. So, this is really totally a different experience to have. I'm very happy to say that this is one of the best Toastmaster meetings I attended in my life. Mentioned the connection between the members. That is really amazing. I never seen such that people are so connected to each other and sharing and humorous. Then sometimes the Toastmasters meeting goes something like a strict and disciplinary. It's like here I feel relaxed, everyone is relaxed and enjoying each other, chatting each other. It's something like a family show. I enjoyed it. Really, I wish to continue this journey, inshallah.
So you want me to guest in another meeting or member in another meeting?
Member in this meeting on
Okay. And anything from your side, sir? Already you.
Yes, only you.
Thank you, sir. Any members? Anyone trying to?
You don't have time.
So the next meeting, it is scheduled, will be in the 16th of May. Here only. This meeting number 506 is adjourned. Thank you so much. Members who did not collected, the payment is please collect.
What is this for?
Final meeting. Demo.
You should have given on the stage photos.
Alright, so there is a moment for everyone.
Yes.
Okay, next meeting.
Nobody wants
There will be a ceremony. That is much
Next time
How much does it supply? How much it cost?
Different pathways it is different. So, yeah. You have three.
the third one is a 5 or something. The second one is
the speeches are same. But then never
You made it because.
So,